This was President Trump's first trip to China in 9 years. And in the first encounter between President Trump and President Xi, the body language was fascinating. As President Trump got out of his car, he moved immediately to President Xi, treating him like an old friend, not only shaking his hand, but patting the top of his hand. I've been coming to China with American presidents, and they have all described China as some form of competitor. President Trump, somewhat to the dismay of some of the China hawks in his administration, wants to describe China as a future partner. But as the president and Xi Jinping headed inside the Great Hall of the People, it was also clear there was a real difference of styles. President Trump was sort of winging it, flattering President Xi.
You're a great leader. I say it to everybody. You're a great leader. Sometimes people don't like me saying it, but I say it anyway because it's true.
Xi responded well to the motions of friendship,
应当做伙伴而不是对手.
but seemed resolute and pretty disciplined. He came scripted and prepared with a list of specific issues he wanted to make sure Trump understood were core interests. When you read the two governments' accounts of the meeting, which was closed to the press, what was remarkable was how different they were. The Chinese version referred repeatedly to Taiwan and making it clear that should the United States interfere in the Taiwan issue, it could upend the rest of the relationship. The American version referred to impending business deals. It talked about efforts to get China to cut back on the precursors for fentanyl. And then President Xi took President Trump to the Temple of Heaven. It was not a random choice. He wanted to show President Trump that China had a history that went back thousands of years. And that the United States, about to celebrate its 250th, is still a pretty young and immature nation, at least by Chinese standards.